This is Sid and Millie Chats. I'm Sid.
I'm Millie.
And we invite you to be a fly on our wall. We just finished watching the Manchester United versus Liverpool game at Anfield today. It was a 2-2 finish.
Yeah.
First half, I think, was a bit slow, but really picked up in the second half. Right,
Yeah.
Millie? What were your kind of thoughts on
definitely.
the game?
I mean, it was probably the best performance that we've had in recent history. Yeah, overall it was a good performance. I think that's probably the best we've seen United play in recent history in the last couple of weeks. So, and obviously a big result against the team that we know is gonna obviously win the Premier League this year. So yeah, I think overall that was probably the most well-rounded performance we've seen from the group.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, basically, set pieces, we defended set pieces pretty well. Our midfield, we were dominant in the midfield. Bruno, Ugarte, Mainu, they were, did a really good job of winning the ball back, preventing Liverpool from transitioning in a lot of moments. Maguire had a phenomenal game, a really big game, which was very important. Martinez was really good. Onana was dominant on corner kicks, and I mean Bruno's role today was just exceptional from start to finish. He was pulling the strings in the midfield, starting most of our attacking plays, assisted the first goal. So yeah, it was a really big day for some of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say there were any growth points that they might still need to work on? I mean, obviously there will always be growth points,
Yeah.
but from this showing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing to focus on is, because this Liverpool squad is gonna win the Premier League, I think probably the biggest takeaway from the game would just be that United can compete with these types of squads. We kind of knew that before. We've always kind of shown up in random big games.
Yes.
So in this game, it kind of showed that United can go toe to toe with the top teams.
Yeah.
Liverpool included. So I think it was really good to see. It's inspiring, and that was kind of a performance that kind of, I don't know, brought some positivity back after kind of a decline of form. Yeah.
100% brought back some confidence in the team and the manager, I bet.
Yeah, definitely, and they definitely played really well. So I think you can see what the vision that they're trying to work on, and now it's really just going to be, can United consistently do this? Can we show up for the next game? But I think a point on the road, snowy, icy conditions. I think it was a great result. So not quite the 3 points, but again, when you're playing against the league winners.
Yeah,
so
kind of take what you can get.
Yeah.
After the last few games.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely, I would say, probably just not what I was expecting, not probably what anybody was expecting.
Definitely
but seeing that type of performance, I think it instills good confidence. It's we know what the team is capable of. We just haven't been seeing it recently, and obviously a game like today kind of reminds everybody oh, this is a serious footballing team.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was mostly positive. There wasn't anything where I was wow, even the goals that Liverpool scored, they were decent goals. There's not anything where it was specifically, I personally think that the handball is harsh. I don't know if DeLit is supposed to have Matrix level reaction times.
I know. I was gonna ask you if you agree with that.
I mean,
penalty.
I think if that is given as a penalty, then surely they should have reviewed the one in the first half against Van Dijk, right? There was a play where Maguire went up for the ball, and one of the Liverpool players, it looked like it hit his forearm when Maguire headed the ball. So I guess the question that all Man United fans will ask is just, where's the consistency?
Yeah.
So I think it's really harsh.
Yeah, 100%. Especially the yellow card that Maguire got, but then the Liverpool player who went up for a header, but was looking at the person behind him as he
Yeah.
was jumping up just to
Just
block them out.
yeah, well, just to like shoulder him in the face. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, and I mean that guy got a yellow card, but it's crazy that plays like that aren't reviewed. No, I mean he did get a card, but again, like if the ball's in the air and the player is looking at another player,
Yeah.
there's intent behind that. So, and especially with like a head injury per se, DeLitt was fine. Obviously, he wasn't bleeding. He didn't like get injured. But if someone is purposely hitting a player in their head, like that should probably be looked at.
For sure.
And it's just interesting again, like how quick VAR was to say that a United call needed to be reviewed. But when Liverpool, like, potential handball that Maguire put his hands up in the air for, they didn't even look at it. We didn't get to see a replay watching the game live, so it's just kind of interesting. Some things get a quick review, other things we don't get to see.
Again, the consistency, like you were just saying.
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure when the 90-minute film gets released and we see that again, there's going to be someone who takes that screenshot that shows Van Dijk's handball, and if we look at it side by side with DeLitt's, would they be that different?
Right.
I don't think so. So I think United could probably feel a little bit hard done by that.
100%.
But yeah, that's just kind of like typical these days. Like it's honestly, I feel like every game that United plays, we're more so expecting some sort of poor refereeing decision or something like that. So it just honestly become just a part of the game.
Yeah, I wonder if that's like discouraging for players at all in terms of just like how, not that like aggressively they can play or whatever.
Well,
not that they should play
yeah, I mean,
aggressive,
I mean, it's like, I think it just makes it tough to, like, defenders are focused on defending, right? Like, they're focused on trying to win the ball back, trying to block shots. Like, you're not going to be properly balanced. You're not going to be able to move your body naturally with your hands to your side or with your hands over your body like that. Those are not natural positions. It is more natural for your arms to be slightly by your side.
From your body. Yeah.
Like, so they're asking the defenders to be more unnatural than anything. They're saying, oh, like if your hand is up here, like it's not in a natural position. What is a natural position? Because is your hand not up there when you're taking a throw in? Is your hand not up there when you jump? Right? So it's like, that is a natural footballing position. It's a natural position that we do move in. So it would be like, yes, the ball hits his hand, but it's just odd timing, if anything. So again, it's just how quickly do we want these guys to react? It's like Harry Maguire blocked another shot, and the Liverpool players are raising their hand up, and Maguire's got his hands like this.
Right.
And it's just like, again, he's had to move unnaturally with his arms connected to his body to try and block a shot because he's afraid of a ridiculous handball getting called against him. So, I mean, they've got to fix this rule, and at some point you have to give some leniency to the proximity of like where the contact from the attacker is initiated on the ball and then where the hand is like hit.
Yeah, because there's no way if the ball is hitting someone whose head is right here and it's going off towards your other arm that's already out.
Yeah.
What are you supposed
to do? I mean, again, like, it would have been impossible. Ninja reflexes. Cat actually, though, that's what he would have needed to be able to react in a foot of space with a ball hit in, skipped in on a wet surface. Anyway, so that's ridiculous. But that's the Premier League. They had to try and safeguard their league leaders, and they did that perfectly. They didn't want them to get embarrassed at home, and they protected them.
Yeah.
But again, so I guess that's why, I don't want to dwell too much. But I think overall, like, United deserved points. And we got one, and they deserved it. Like, the lads worked extremely hard. Mainu was phenomenal. Bruno Fernandes.
Good to see him back on the pitch.
Yeah, where he should be. Just like starting, which is something that we expect to see. So yeah, he was great. Bruno was phenomenal. Ugarte,
Mm-hmm.
just, I mean, the role he plays is essential to
Yeah.
winning the ball back. So yeah, I think probably creating more opportunities will be the only thing that we need to continue to keep improving on. But again, this is like the best team United will probably play in the near future. So with that in mind, how can they now attack and approach the next few games? Well, I will say it was really good to see when Xerxes got subbed on. He got subbed on for Hoyland kind of late in the game with like
Yeah.
5 minutes left, but when he got subbed on, he got the proper like reception from the crowd.
We do love that.
From the away fans, so that was really good to see, seeing him get the support, and he kind of created that last opportunity at the end of the game, which
Yeah.
you know obviously unfortunately ended up getting hit over, but that's neither here nor there. It was an opportunity, and so yeah, so it was good to see the fans kind of trying to make up for the treatment he got last weekend,
True.
and yeah, hopefully during this next little period we'll see some more positive things happening. It was good to see Garnacho get an assist.
Yes.
I think that would be like big for his confidence, and he deserves that.
He does, yeah.
So yeah, I think again overall like really positive performance, and I think there's a lot more to come. So let's hope that United can be consistent and bring this energy off of getting some points off of the league leaders and bring that into the next few games and into this FA Cup round.
Absolutely. So those were our thoughts on the Manchester United versus Liverpool game today.
If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
And watching.
Yeah, and watching.
Oh, yeah, I guess tuning in could be anything.
Yeah, either way. We appreciate you taking the time to watch us, and yeah, we'll see you next time, and up the match day Reds. Bye.